Well, folks, the end of the school year is upon us, and there are a lot of things we need to do to prepare for summer and anticipate the school year starting again in the fall. One of the things that we need to keep in mind is your workstations will most likely be imaged over the summer, which means anything you have saved on your workstation, your desktop, or anything on the local C drive will be totally wiped out and gone. You'll lose it. Bye-bye. This has happened to some of us. And they're really sad stories. People lose hundreds of documents, hours of work. We don't want that to happen. So, what we're going to do is spend a few minutes talking about your options and how you back that stuff up. The first option, obviously, is to use your P drive. And we all know how to access our P drive. The P drive is a good option. It's always there, it's backed up regularly, so if anything were to happen to some of your files, chances are Bob Terry can go back and recover from one of the backups, a file that you've lost or whatever's happened to it. Unfortunately, the P drive has a couple of drawbacks. The first being it has a limited amount of space. We like to keep it under 2 gigabytes. Now some people have gone well beyond that, and we're trying to rectify that situation, because we got to have even playing field here for everybody. It's not fair that somebody stores 24 gigabytes of information and then all of a sudden somebody else can't even save a Word document because the storage space is full because of that 1 or 2 people. So we have a limited amount of space on the P drive in which to back up our files. For most of us, it's not a problem. Word documents, PowerPoints, Excel spreadsheets, those things don't take up a great deal of space. So we could probably move them to the P drive. Another option is to back them up on a CD. Now a CD also has a limited amount of space. In fact, there's less space on a CD than on your P drive. This CD can store approximately 700 megabytes of information. The advantage to a CD is it's rather permanent. You burn it and your stuff is there. The disadvantages are they scratch easily, they warp if they're exposed in direct sunlight or extreme heat, and you cannot modify the files that are burned to the CD without first copying those files back to something like your desktop or a hard drive so that you can write changes to the files and edit those files. But a CD is an option if you want to back stuff up on the CD. The next option is a DVD. Now a DVD will store approximately the information of almost 6.5 CDs worth of information. They have the same limitations, however, as a CD. First of all, you can't edit files that are stored on a DVD. You can't change them. And it's susceptible to the same damage, scratches, and warping that a CD is susceptible to as well. Now, one of the things you do have to keep in mind is the lifespan of a DVD and a CD is not forever. A CD typically will last between 3 and 5 years before the material starts to deteriorate and you could start to lose files. And a DVD will last a little bit longer, but still, don't plan on it lasting forever. Another option is a flash drive. Now flash drives have come down in price quite a bit in recent years. You can get flash drives all the way up to, I think I've seen 32 gigabyte flash drives. You can get reasonable sized flash drives like this 2 gig flash drive. Probably costs about, I've got it here, about $6 at Best Buy. You can get 8 gig flash drives for $13 approximately, and you can get 16 gigabytes for $21. And of course, you can get more storage in a flash drive, but the price jumps quite a bit once you go beyond 16 gigabytes. And you really don't need anything much larger than that anyway, unless you've got a lot of YouTube videos that you've saved or that type of thing. So that's another option. A fifth option is an external drive, and these are relatively, they're kind of expensive compared to the other options. You can get about 320 gigabytes, which would be about 300 CDs for about 50 bucks, and prices go up from there. The nice thing about an external hard drive is you can plug this into your computer, open files directly from here, modify them, edit them, and then save them back to this hard drive. It's a wonderful option if you want to have something that you can drag back and forth between home and school so that you can work from home if you chose to. The flash drive is the same way. You can open files directly from the flash drive, write changes to those files, modify those files, whatever you'd like to do. The drawback of an external hard drive is hard drives fail, especially an external hard drive that you're throwing in a bag and moving around. Chances are eventually you're going to have a hard drive failure. One of the things that I should caution you about is if you do go with this option, never ever pick the hard drive up and move it around while it's running, plugged into the computer, because it will lock up and it will be dead. So leave it flat while you're using it, and then eject it and unplug it from the computer before you move it. Make sure that it stops spinning. There are a couple of other options that you have available to you. You have Google Docs. You can upload files to Google Docs. That has the benefit of also giving you access to your files no matter where you are. You don't have to remember your flash drive. You don't have to remember your hard drive. You just log into a computer and log into your account. Another option is Dropbox. That's also free, up to 2 gigabytes worth of space, and you can put a Dropbox on any computer that you work with, so no matter what computer you log into, you can have access to your files that are placed in your Dropbox. You can also share Dropbox folders and files with other people if you want to. Most internet providers also offer free internet storage. Like I know Comcast and SBC both will offer a certain amount of free online storage space. So if you have an internet provider at home, you might want to check to see what's available through them. So those are your options. Next, we're going to talk about actually performing the backup.